To say the season has been emotional would be a huge understatement. And through it all, you have a tremendous amount of guilt on having let your teammates, fans, and organization down. After all, they were depending on you to bring them a championship. That's what quarterbacks are supposed to do. That's how we're judged. Seasons are fleeting. Games become more precious. Chances for success diminish. Now we have to start all over. It's a dark place. Probably the darkest it's ever been. You're sad and down and out, and you ask yourself, why did this have to happen? It's in this moment that you find out who you really are and what you're really about. You see, football is a meritocracy. You aren't handed anything. You earn everything, every single day, over and over again. You have to prove it. That's the way that the NFL, that's the way that football works. A great example of this is Dak Prescott.
Yo, Army, did you make this? Let's move into sound.
What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up, and you're now tuned in CFO Sports. So if you are new or if you're not, do us a huge favor. Comment, like, subscribe somewhere down there, and be sure to turn on that notification bell to stay updated with all Dallas Cowboys news and content. So yo, salute to everyone in the chat, man. Let's see who we got in the building. I got my guy Steve in the building. What's going on, Steve? Got Renee in the building. Got my guy C. Burleson in the building. My guy Uba in the building, who's going to be in the building with me on, you know what I'm saying? I got my guy Oswaldo in the building. I got my guy Bumpy Bars in the building, man. Check out my guy Bumpy Bars channel, man. He's a Dallas Cowboys fan, but he does great battle rap content. Had a dope interview the other day, man. Salute to my guy Special K's in the building, man. So give yourselves a round of applause, man. Mark Anthony, what's up, everybody? So, you know, first and foremost, before we get started, it's like, yo, I got to give you all a salute, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys have boosted this channel, man. Y'all shared the content. Y'all got the likes up, man. Y'all been subscribing, spreading the word. And we got a lot of new subscribers, man. And it's been a big month for the CFO family, man. So we're continuing to grow. We got a lot of things going on. Kind of give y'all some insight, man. I'm revamping this entire studio, man. We about to do all state-of-the-art equipment, man. We about to turn things up a notch this NFL season, as I promised. But Cowboys Nation, we got some things that we have to address, right? And as we all know, our left tackle, Tyron Smith, is going to miss the foreseeable future for this season. Now, There is conversations that he could possibly return in December. And I'll tell y'all this, man. I am not going to sit back here and play the I'll be home for Christmas game with a lot of these players. Because it's like, oh, Michael Gallup could return before Christmas. James Washington could return before Christmas. Tyron Smith could return before Christmas. I'm not doing that, man. So it's like, when it comes to Tyron Smith, you have to understand, this man's hamstring detached from his knee. I didn't even know the hamstring attaches to the knee like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, from a guy of that size, that magnitude, even if he does recover, he's going to go through rehab. He's going to have to get his wind back. So I personally do not think that Tyron Smith will be returning for this NFL season. Yeah, Mark Henry tore off the bone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, and I said this on Twitter, man. I was like, pro athletes and Dallas Cowboys athletes, they have like the craziest injuries. Y'all remember when Sean Lee like tore his abdomen? Like, he tore it from like it's just like crazy injuries that goes on with these athletes that, we don't see. And to tear your hamstring from your kneecap, bro, like, I just don't see that as a injury that he's gonna pop back up, be there for December, and be ready to go for playoff time. I think that's a false hope. So now we have to have the conversation of, what do we do, y'all? And this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that tonight. We're also going to talk about the Seahawks game tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central. And then, we got to get ready for the NFL season. Now, I'll say this, and I saw my guy Steve White, salute to Steve Lupton in the building as well, man, the two Steves, right? The Cowboys are going through a lot this offseason. This offseason has been very turbulent. But I will say this, y'all know me. Y'all know my motto. We will back down to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm giving up on the season, so don't get it confused. We're not giving up on the season. But you have to be concerned when you lose your starting left tackle and you really don't have much to replace it, because the left tackle is one of the most important positions on the entire offensive line. And to have Dak Prescott, our quarterback, go out there with a huge question mark for his blind side, you have to be concerned. I'm not saying throw in a towel, it's a wrap. No, we're still gonna fight, but it's gonna be a much tougher fight than we can go into this season expecting, and just rightfully so, man. So, that's what we do on this channel, right? We don't just sit and complain. Right? We put our heads together as a community, as a family, and try to find solutions. So let's go ahead and get into it. So what we are starting here is different conversations floating around. And here is my idea of what I believe should be the offensive line, right? And so it's like, I know some people are saying, no, Tuck, you can't play Tyler Smith. You can't play Tyler Smith, right? He hasn't gotten any reps at the left tackle position, which I fully understand, y'all. And this has been a huge head scratcher for me personally. Why hasn't Tyler Smith, our first round draft pick, who was a tackle at Tulsa, been getting any reps? I didn't know, because when you start off in OTAs, you go back to OTAs, right? He was getting reps at offensive tackle, but also offensive guard. So I was like, okay, cool, kind of a tweener, right? Working back and forth. But it seemed like primarily his focus during camp and during this preseason has been at the guard position. Now, okay, cool, I would accept that, but here's the problem. He's been primarily getting his reps at guard, but he ain't been starting. and I said this on Twitter last week. All right, man, I saw the Chargers game. I saw Tyler Smith. He improved. When you watch the film of what Tyler Smith did versus the Chargers, my guy Rome is in the building. Cowboys fan talk. Salute to my guy. If you're not following his channel, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Go ahead and do that right now. But when it comes to Tyler Smith, he hasn't been starting. And I said, like, yo, I'm starting to get concerned that the Cowboys are kind of thinking it's Connor McGovern's job to lose. And when you look at Tyler Smith from the Broncos game, from the Chargers game, I saw improvement. I saw improvement in the run game. I saw improvement with hand placement. I saw improvement with leverage. I saw improvement in pass protection, right? All right, cool. Rookie. He's starting to learn. He's starting to grow. But then Mike McCarthy comes out and says, oh, you can't just start a rookie on the offensive line. You know, we're going out there with Connor McGovern. And that's when I was like, nah, bro. Nah. What's really going on? Because I felt the Cowboys drafted Tyler Smith for this situation that's occurring right now. Go back to my tweets way back in February, because y'all know I do draft content. When I scouted Tyler Smith, I put him on the pet cat alert, right? Now, granted, I didn't have a first round grade on it. I had a second round, but you know, that's, it is what it is. But I said replacing Tyron Smith with Tyler Smith, pet cat alert, right? Tyler Smith out of Tulsa. But he wasn't getting any reps at tackle all camp. So I feel like the Cowboys, from the standpoint, okay, you drafted this kid. What was the intent to draft this kid? If you drafted him to possibly be your left tackle of the future, be able to move on from Tyron, save you $8 to $9 million per season, all right? Well, he needs to get some practice reps at the starting position. And that's what I did not understand, because, you know, Tyron Smith, he had the back injury. He was kind of limited on some days of camp. Well, those were the days where I didn't need to see no Josh Ball. I didn't need to see it, you know? I needed to see Tyler Smith at the left tackle position, so he never really got the reps. So the conversation that you're seeing online is, all right, Tuck, we have what, about 3 weeks until we get to Tampa, all right? Do you toss this young rookie who's a project, but he played well in Tulsa at left tackle, who's had no preseason reps, he has an ankle injury, so he might not even play tomorrow? Do you just toss him to the Wolves and say, have at it? And I say, yeah. I say, yeah, man. I say, yeah. I would be more comfortable going with Tyler Smith, and here's why. Tyler Smith, with 0 NFL reps at left tackle, y'all, he's better than Josh Ball. I don't care how you want to spin it. I don't care what film are you watching or what your analysis is. Tyler Smith with 0 NFL reps, just going out there from versus Tampa, is better than Josh Ball. You know, Tyler Smith going out there with 0 NFL reps, I feel like he's better than Matt Waletzko at this point. So if you are going to go with a guy, go with your guy who you think is going to be your future left tackle of the future. Throw him in there, let him cut his teeth. Now, like I've been preaching on this channel frequently, y'all, you got to be patient. You got to be patient with this kid, but he's going to have to get started some way, somehow. And I feel like getting him started to left tackle now, get him prepared the next 3 weeks, rep, and get him ready to go on game day. Now, there has been some other conversations about some different lineups, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But for me personally, I feel like here's the best option as of right now, as an in-house, right? Connor McGovern, he's another guy. Started off well playing right guard last year versus Tampa in the absence of Zach Martin. All right, he looked good. Connor Williams kind of struggled a little bit. They put Connor McGovern at left guard. Connor McGovern struggled, right? And if you go back, and I did the film breakdowns on the channel, I might post it, right, in the chat. But where Connor McGovern really struggled was stunts. He got stunted on a lot, right? I'm crashing stunt, I'm crashing defensive end right into him, or crashing defensive tackle right into him, and I'm gonna loop my linebackers and see if he can pick up. He struggled with that immensely, right? Now, here's the question with this offensive line lineup. You have a guy who struggles with stunts, and you have a rookie who's going to kind of be out there kind of winging it, right? It's a tricky situation, y'all, but I feel like we have no other option unless we're going to go outside, which we'll talk about here in a second. So hopefully Connor McGovern has learned from his brief stint from last year and picked up. I feel like thus far his camp has kind of been camp, right? But I feel like he plays a lot better on the right side, but we all know who our right guard is, and the conversation about him moving, I just don't think that Zach Martin's moving nowhere. But when it comes to Connor McGovern, he's going to have to be the left guard, and people have to understand, y'all, playing on the left side versus the right side, it makes a difference. So a lot of people ask me, yo, Tuck, why is Connor McGovern so good at right guard, but he struggles at left guard? Just like Terrence Steele was decent at right tackle, but struggled at left tackle, it's different hand placement, different leverage, different kickbacks with your feet. Like, it makes a difference. Like, for me personally, when I play linebacker and I was an edge rusher, like, I like coming off the left side versus the right side. I suck coming off the right side. Like when I used to go like put a tight end in motion, I used to have to switch over. I'm like, bruh, why ain't going over this side? Stay where you was, man, because I was getting ready to come off that edge strong because my startup leg was a lot faster coming off the left side than in the right side, right? So it does make a difference mentally and physically, but hopefully Connor McGovern has learned from last year. Then you go with the center, Tyler Biadasz. I know there's been conversations about Matt Farniok. I don't think that Matt Farniok has won the job, you know what I'm saying? So I think that Tyler B is going to be the center. And Tyler B is decent. I know he's not what we like in Dallas, right? Because we've been spoiled, man. We had Travis Frederick, man. Right? But I just feel like right now that Tyler B is going to be that starting center. I would have liked to see more open competition at the center position. And Stephen Jones kind of mentioned it before he went out to Oxnard. But of course, it is what it is. My guy Iceberg Slim says F. Biadasz, put Matt Farniok, and put your best 5 linemen in there. Yeah, and see, but here's what we have to understand with that, bro. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys and just any NFL team in some capacities, right? The best players don't always play. There's politics, right? There's politics as usual, Jay-Z, right? You know, so I feel like, you know, if Tyler B has what we call sponsors in-house, then he's going to get that nod over Matt Farniok unless there's injury, unless, like, Matt Farniok would have to be drastically leaps and bounds better than Matt Farniok, right? And I'm sorry, Matt Farniok would have to be leaps and bounds better than Tyler B. And I just don't see that separation. So the Cowboys are going to go with the guy who they drafted and spent a second-round pick on over Matt Farniok. It just is what it is. You know, so that's just how it goes, right? And then you have Zach Martin, man. Zach Martin, bless his soul, going out there with all these young bucks, man. But, you know, a lot of people keep having like, Tuck, why can't he play right tackle? He can. He can play left tackle. Zach Martin can play across the entire offensive line. But Zach Martin told y'all, I ain't moving, man. You know what I'm saying? Zach Martin told y'all, I'm not doing it. Terrence Steele got it, right? And so Zach Martin's going to stay at that right guard position moving forward. And then you have Terrence Steele. Now, I will say this about Terrence Steele. I know he's the hot topic button amongst a lot of Cowboys fans. Me personally, I like him, you know. But I'm not up here with Terrence Steele, and I felt like, you know, I'm not down here. I felt like Terrence Steele played with house money last year. Think about it. Lyle goes down with a suspension. Nobody had any expectations for Terrence Steele, right? It's just like, man, can you just hold on versus Bosa? Just hold on versus, don't get Dak killed because of what he did throughout the full stint of his 2020 season, right? And he played decent. But can you continue that trend to play well throughout 17 games? It's still unknown when it comes to Terrence Steele. Now, he's going to be in a contract year, but there's going to be a bigger focus on Terrence Steele and bigger spotlight on him this year versus last year. But I'm not a fan of this idea of kicking Zach Martin over to right tackle, moving Terrence Steele over to the left tackle, plugging Tyler Smith. Like, it's just too much movement. Because what y'all don't understand, y'all, when it comes to the offensive line, continuity is extremely important, which is why I've been preaching I need to see our starters play a little bit more, right? But you got to have continuity amongst your offensive line. I got to know, hey, this is how he kicks. We were all in sync. Because if not, that's where y'all get the flags. That's when you get the false start. That's when you get all that, right? Because your offensive line is in sync. So the Dallas Cowboys need to find out, like today, I know they're having a gala. They're having a ball. They're having a fun time, right? They're out there drinking drinks and, you know, chucking it up, having a good old time, right? But as soon as that over, and salute to Nate Newton says, hey, Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, y'all need to be out here, you know, having a ball. Y'all need to be inside fixing the offensive line, right? But tomorrow morning, they need to have a real conversation and say, hey, these are going to be our guys, and we have to get them ready for day one. I don't want to go into this conversation where it's like, it could be Josh Ball, no. Find your guys, go out there and roll with it, and let these guys develop and get the reps because time is running out. I salute to my guy Nick for the super chat. He said, what would it take to get Tunsil or win? Appreciate the super chat, man, and I appreciate the perfect segue, man. All right, so this is where it comes down to. All right, so let's go get some outside help. All right, let's go get some outside help. So who can we really go get? Here are some of the names that's been brought up to me, right? You can go get Eric Fisher, a guy who was drafted by Kansas City, played there for a few years, veteran guy, went to the Colts, came off a Achilles tear, and played all right. You know, he's a free agent out there. He played all right. But if you go get him, clock's ticking. Gotta get him repped up, right? Jason Peters, another guy, right? We all know Jason Peters, man, from his time in Philly. You know, he was a good tackle, you know, for his Philly days. Went to Chicago. It's kind of older guy, but he's a veteran. He's been through the war. He's been through the trenches. So he's a guy that we could possibly go get. And then I saw in chat mentioning Laramie Tunsil, right? So when it comes to Laramie Tunsil, you have to trade. You have to place a trade, right? And then with this newly restructured deal, he's going to cost you around $19.8 million. Yeah, so you got to spend the trade capital, and then he's going to cost you around 19.8. So I rounded up to $20 million. So, you know, it depends on what the Cowboys' thought process, how desperate do they really feel that they are when it comes to it. Now, I saw the Texans came out and said he's not on the trading block or whatever. There's no options for Laramie Tunsil for that trade. I don't think that's the case. You know, anybody's open for a trade if you give them the right price. But here's where the Cowboys have backed themselves into a corner, y'all. Oh, we got the news. Yeah, I see your left tackle's been out. It's going to be out for the season. Oh, you desperate? I know how I said a 5th round pick. My bad, bro. I think that's a second. I think that's a 2nd round pick. My bad. I know what I told you on Monday, but yesterday's price is not today's price. So now the Cowboys have backed themselves in a corner where they might have to overpay if they're going to go outside. Now, me personally, I don't see Laramie Tunsil kind of being a guy that's really going to change much. I mean, he's a guy who's kind of been through it. You know, it's time the Dolphins and, you know, the Houston Texans, right? But is he really going to change life? Like, if you get Laramie Tunsil, are you just going to be like, all right, we're good now, we're ready to go? Yeah, you know, so I just don't think the Cowboys are going to give the draft capital and also the value of what his contract is. And then I see a lot of people talking about Isaiah Wynn from the New England Patriots, right? And he's a guy, you know, was drafted by the Patriots, didn't really live up to expectations, has an injury history. So you always have to be cautious, man, when you're drafting or you're bringing in players in-house to Dallas, because for some reason, injuries just get magnified in Dallas. Like, I don't know what's going on with conditioning or whatever, right? So he missed 34 out of 65 games. He's getting about, it's going to cost you about $10 million. He's on his 5th-year option, and then he's going to want his deal. So could he kind of possibly be your rental guy? Maybe. But once again, you're going to have to give up something to get him. And the New England Patriots, like, all right, they're going to want some draft capital. So, you know, when it comes to outside help, y'all, this is pretty much what we're left with. And this kind of goes back to the front office of going Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. Like, everything is kind of, you know, picked over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but we have been preaching on this channel, other channels, the entire Cowboys community. Go get a swing tackle. Go get a swing tackle. Hey, we should go get a swing tackle. Okay, Tyron Smith, I like him. Go get a swing tackle. Go. All right, so here we are. And now we're kind of scrambling to go get a swing tackle at the very last minute, and everything is being picked over, man. It kind of reminds me, you know, when Jay Tuck was back in high school, I told my moms, I'm not going to prom. Not going to prom. Nah, prom's whack. Prom's whack, right? Ain't going to prom. Well, the hottest girl in school was happened to be in the hallway, and my friends was like, bro, you're not going to ask her to go to prom. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I ain't scared, whatever. So I walked up to her, was like, hey, I ain't going to say her name because she's on my Facebook. She's probably watching. But I was like, hey, she knows who she is. But I was like, hey, you going to prom? She was like, well, I would, but I don't have a date. She's like, will you be my date? Oh, damn. Whoa, wait. Whoa. This is like Friday. All right, no, it's like Friday. Yeah, it's prom is Saturday. Oh, damn. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll be your date. Everyone's like, yeah, bro, yeah. So I go home like, hey, mom, I'm going to prom tomorrow. She's like, going to prom tomorrow? They're like, yeah, I need to get a suit. Bro, we went to the suit place. Everything was like picked over. I didn't get time to get nothing tailored. I'm buying suits off the rack, because we waited to the last minute, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys are doing when it comes to addressing the swing tackle. Now, there could be a situation where we're looking here with camp cuts. You might see some names get cut, dropped here and there, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And I see in the chat, man, it's like, all right, where's Lyle when you need him, man? Lyle's out there fighting, man. He's out there throwing hands with Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? He was out there swinging helmets, being a goon. So a lot of Cowboys fans are like, Lyle Collins is going to miss the season. That's not the case. But, he's out there going to war. But this comes back to that whole situation, right? You trade for Isaiah Wynn, who's missed 34 games. You got to pay him $10 million. So you're trading for him, trading draft capital, right? And you're paying him more than what you would have been paying Lyle Collins. It just doesn't make sense. And so that's why a lot of us have been frustrated with the front office, y'all. It's not the players. It's not that we don't believe in the team. It's the front office, because they depleted a lot of our depth in key positions and didn't replenish it. So that's the frustration, because think about it. Think about the list of the offensive line that I just showed you. Look at these guys. All right? Look at these guys. Tyler Smith, Connor McGovern, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. What happens if one of them go down? What happens if Terrence Steele gets nicked up a little bit? What happens if Zach, our depth is getting depleted in one of the positions that I thought was one of our strongest points last season, right? Lyle went down. Okay, cool. You plug in Terrence Steele. All right, cool. All right, Tyron Smith goes down. We had those depth. We had Connor McGovern, and something happened with Connor Williams. You had, Matt Farniok, and you had some kind of guys, waiting in the wing that if somebody went down, it's like, all right, it's not too bad. But I'll say this, Cowboys Nation. Did anybody think, let me know in the chat, go ahead and comment in the chat. Did anybody think, hey, Tyron Smith's going to be playing all 17 games this year? I didn't. I didn't expect Tyron Smith to be playing all 17 games. So we expected this, right? We knew it. We all knew it, right? It's kind of like with Sean Lee. We all knew Sean Lee's great, phenomenal player, one of my favorite Dallas Cowboys. Very intelligent, hardworking, right? But his body can't keep up. And I feel like the Dallas Cowboys just failed to ignore it. That, hey, we love Tyron, right? We got him on this amazing deal. We got him when he was young. He is enriched in the Dallas Cowboys culture. But his body is failing him, y'all. It's failing him. It's clear. It's more evident. Now, granted, it's a knee, it's a back. It's a back, it's a back, it's a neck, it's a knee. It's a knee, it's a back, And now it's your hamstring detaching from your knee. It's a lot going on. And you have to think from a player standpoint, do I want to put all this punishment on my body? And so it's like, but that's the thought process when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. They didn't address it. They got an iPhone and didn't have an insurance policy. And if Tyler Smith is the insurance policy, then why hasn't he been getting reps? And I just don't understand it. But it sounds like, starting tomorrow, looking at the left tackle is going to be, put in the scope. But like I said, the clock is ticking because, like I said, Tyler Smith has injuries in his damn self. His ankle is messed up. All right, so it's like, all right, so how is he going to get his reps? So, I see someone mentioning Avante Collins could be solid, maybe Eric Fisher. But here's the thing when it comes to Collins, man. Avante Collins, people have to stop acting like this guy, because he's not a kid. He's some undrafted free agent. He's not brand new. Avante Collins is not some brand new rookie that we got that has tremendous upside. He's been in the league. He's only started one game. So he's just as green as Tyler Smith. Now, granted, he's been in the NFL, right? But it ain't like he's been starting a bunch of reps at tackle. So, I get it. He's played okay in preseason versus third and fourth stringers, right? But if you take and say, you put Avante Collins out there, and then let's take Tyler Smith out the picture, right? So take Tyler Smith out the picture. Let's do it. Let's take Tyler Smith out the picture. Oops, wrong button. Let's take Tyler Smith out the picture, right? Plug in Terrence Steele at left tackle, All right? Plug in Connor McGovern, Tyler Biotis, Zach Martin, and Avante Collins. Are you guys feeling more comfortable with that offensive line? Yes or no? I'm not. Because if you were to do that, right? If you were to replace Terrence Steele with Avante Collins, move Terrence Steele over to the left tackle, you now have 3 problems versus your 1 problem. Right now, left tackle is our biggest concern. All right. Terrence Steele, he tried last season. Left tackle is not his position. He struggled over there. He struggled, right? So let's move Terrence over to the left side where he struggled. You have Connor McGovern, who kind of struggled as well. All right. And then you have Avante Collins with 1 NFL start under his belt at right tackle. Nope. Nah, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know, and everyone's gonna have different opinions when it comes to the offensive line. So I don't want to act like I'm bashing so and so's opinion when it comes to it. But me personally, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing Terrence Steele at left tackle, Connor McGovern, Tyler Biotis, Zach Martin, Avante Collins. Nah, not doing it. Let's see here. Yeah, Marco, retirement is next for. I think it's time for Tyron Smith to retire, man. It's unfortunate to be. Maybe he's talented though. He's talented, but his body is failing him. We've seen so many players throughout the history of all the sports, man, who had tremendous upside, tremendous skill, tremendous value, but their body says, "Hey, bro, it's time to be done. Let's see here. I really did think he was going to get through the season. This is a freak thing, but it always happens. As always, T. Smith. I mean, T. Smith was already nicked up, man, earlier on. He was having back issues, right? And we kind of all right, here we go again, right? But it was nothing serious. But he had his back, then he had kind of an ankle. Then it's just a lot that mounts up, man. He's a big dude, man. Even when I saw the video footage, and I'm not sure if you all saw it, but even when he fell down, it's gonna be hard for him to get back up. And a lot of people are well, Tuck, he walked off the field. A lot of times when you get injured, you can your adrenaline's still kind of going because your heart's racing and whatnot. So you can still kind of go for a little bit. It's once you sit down and really rest, that's when everything goes to hell, bro. That's when everything just swells up, the pain comes in, a lot. When you initially hurt yourself, you kind of can handle the pain tolerance for a little bit, right? But then it just amounts, and that's where we got to. Put Avante Collins at left tackle, leave Smith in at left guard, put Matt Farniok at center, Martin and Steele, you would be better in the middle. All right, so we going with 3 unprovens on the left side, Zach Martin and Terrence Steele. I mean, you could do that. I don't trust it. I ain't trusting that, bro. I'm not putting Avante Collins at left tackle. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting Avante Collins out there, Terrence Steele, Josh Ball, Matt Waletzko, lump them all in, bro. It ain't it. And I know when it comes to Dak Prescott, Dak Prescott was asked a question about losing Tyron Smith. And he said, well, this time, it's 7 years ago, I was an unproven guy and I got my opportunity. And I understand that, Dak. That's Dak's leadership. And I said that to you. He pulls for the small, unproven guy because Dak Prescott sees himself in them. But sometimes you got to say, hey, bro, I need some extra help. I need some real help. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is my blind side. I don't need no unproven guy trying to, make his way and make his name some Cinderella story. Nah, I need you to go get a guy who knows what the hell he's doing out the gate. And we can get some Cinderella stories elsewhere. I'll go with the Cinderella story, wide receivers, and do all that. But my blind side, And so, Marco, so use more 12 formation. We're going to have to lean on 12 formation. We're going to have to lean on 12 formation heavily. If you saw Jerry Jones on First Take, was any of y'all out there at First Take? It was a bunch of Cowboys fans out there. Salute to all the Cowboys fans. But 12 formation is going to be important. And, Jerry Jones doing his Jerry Jones thing talked about running the ball a lot more. And we're only go as far as Ezekiel Elliott is willing to take us. I mean, I don't know. Jerry's just talking. And here's the thing. All right, I get that, right? All right, you want to go as far as Zeke can take us. Well, then, what are you doing to really show and prove that you're going to be a run-dominant team? It remains to be unseen. Can Kellen Moore really commit? Can Kellen Moore really commit to the run? We'll see, But I feel like when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott, if you want Zeke to be that guy, we got new merch coming, by the way. You're going to have to feed him. You're going to have to feed him. You can't give Zeke 10 carries a game. You can't give Zeke 12 carries a game. Like, you need to get Zeke almost up to 18, 23, 24 carries a game to really get the full value of Ezekiel Elliott. You can't. He's not the guy who you can give 10 carries to, and he's going to give you, 113 yards and like, that's just not his game. Now, Tony Pollard, maybe he can burst. Tony can get 10 touches and burst with one of them, right? But that's not Zeke's game. Zeke is a hammer. So you're going to really have to feed Zeke and commit to the run game if you want him to be the guy that's going to take us to the promised land. Now, if you watched my video yesterday, right, I listed a few things that what the Cowboys can do ultimately to still stay in contention and be competitive and ultimately get to the championship level that we're trying to get to. Now, without a starting left tackle, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But, Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore are going to have to put their heads together and not have any ego and say, all right, how do we fix this? How do we fix this? Because you can't put them in bad situations. If you do start Tyler Smith, if you go out there with Tyler Smith, all right, rookie, it's on you. You cannot drop back 40 times, 45 times versus Tampa and just have your rookie with no preseason reps and pass protection. You can't. You can't do that, right? It's not fair to Tyler, and it's not fair to Dak Prescott, most importantly. So if you're going to do that, your game plan is going to have to be very strategic. You got to get out of your own ego, So it's going to be interesting, but that's what I want to see. Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, all right, fix it. You got to fix it, but it's going to be important because, even with the healthy Tyron Smith, our offensive line got bullied in the trenches last year. We saw it. We saw it live and direct versus the 49ers, right? So our offensive line play has to be better, y'all, or I guarantee y'all, none of this matters. Nothing matters, y'all. If our offensive line play does not improve, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. Micah can be impeccable, right? Diggs can be fully locked down, man. The line can be out there roaring, sack after sack after sack. If our offensive line play cannot maintain, it's not going to matter much, y'all. So they got to fix it, whether they go out-house or in-house. Honestly, you keep saying unproven. Newsflash, Dallas is going to do this in-house. Yeah. So if they're going to do it in-house, you go with the best in-house guys. And I'm not going to sit here and sell my fan base on some Avante Collins. It's not me. I'm not doing it. Get rid of the ball quickly, 3 or 5 seconds or less in the pocket. Yeah, bro, I believe that it's gonna have to be more West Coastish. You're gonna have to go to more of a West Coast offense. I mean, dropping back 7-step drops, trying to strike down the field. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because I feel like when you watch Dak Prescott, the games he really struggles is when he gets pressure. When he gets pressure and that clock speeds up, he gets out of his game. He gets out of his comfort zone. But a lot of NFL quarterbacks do that. But definitely you see it a lot with Dak. I feel like that was the biggest element in the 49ers game. His clock was just sped up. He had reads. He had people wide open. But damn, he had his lap collapse on. Like everything was just closing in on him. His clock was sped up. Now, I see people saying, well, Dak's going to be more mobile and run. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like Dak running as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, goal line situations, give a little RPO. But I'm not trying to turn Dak Prescott back into a full running mobile quarterback. My heart just beats a little too much. I think he's much better in the pocket. If things collapse, he can take off. But I don't want them to be fully running Dak. No. Avante Collins will be getting reps at left tackle tomorrow. Matt Farniok will be getting looks at center tomorrow. Also, both play good. That's what it is. It is. They're going to be playing because Tyler Smith is going to be out. Right, but Avante Collins isn't going to be getting left tackle reps over Josh Ball. And if Matt Waletzko is returning, right, because there's a possibility he could return, he's not going to be starting off over Matt Waletzko. He's going to be your third string left tackle. So many quick screens. Yeah. Uba, and I think that might be the game plan, right? You have Tony Pollard. You have Kevontae Turpin, right? Get the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them do what they do best. Get in CeeDee Lamb and let them do best, right? And so you're going to have to change your philosophy when it comes to the offensive approach. But we're going to have to sit back and see what happens. You're going to have to sit back and see what happens, how it all unfolds. But if I had to bet, I feel like go with Tyler Smith at left tackle. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Let's see here. Dallas Cowboys fans see Matt Farniok knocking his guy off the ball. Biadasz gets knocked back. Time to move on. But they're not. They're not going to move on from him, bro. He's solidified. It's not like I can say, all right, bro, Tyler Biadasz, he struggled. I said this last year. I was like, everyone kept pointing at Connor Williams, Connor McGovern. I was like, is anyone not seeing what's happening with Tyler Biadasz? He's getting bullied. But the ego of the Dallas Cowboys is what you got to understand. Not the best players always play. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like me, if it was me, I even said this last year. I was trying to bring in Joe Looney, right? But that whole thing flopped through, right? It should have been open competition for the center position between Matt Farniok and Tyler Biadasz, But it's politics in Dallas. Y'all know this. Y'all watch the team just like there's politics. There's politics is politics. The best players don't always get the opportunity. It just is what it is. And so we might sit back and say, you know what? Matt Farniok is better than Tyler Biadasz. They're not going to do it because they spent a second round or a third round pick on Tyler Biadasz, right? Even go back to Hard Knocks. I remember Mike McCarthy saying on Hard Knocks last year, he's like, I'm not giving up on Tyler. I'm not giving up on Tyler. All right, I mean, look how they stuck by Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele had a horrible 2020 season. Stuck by him. You know what I'm saying? Them politics still rule. Why even try? Hey, we can all just put our thoughts together, but ultimately it's politics as usual in Dallas, man. It just is what it is. And that's why I try to explain on Twitter, right? When it comes to trying to analyze the Dallas Cowboys or understand the Cowboys, you got to take your football hat off. We all have very strong football minds, man. Iceberg Slim, man, I know you know the game. Steve, I know you know the game. My guy looking crazy, you know the game. Everybody in the chat knows the game. But sometimes you just got to take your football because they don't think simple football logic. They just don't. They don't. And so that's why there's a lot of head scratching like, all right, that doesn't make sense. We now have more access than ever. And that's what fans got to understand, and also what NFL organizations have to understand, right? It's not the old days back in the 90s or even the early 2000s where it's like, all right, the Dallas Cowboys say something about their salary cap, and we don't know, so we kind of take their word for it. Nah, I can pull up the Dallas Cowboys salary cap right now. I can pull up player contracts right now. I can pull up so much right now. I even have the CBA downloaded on my computer. The whole collective bargaining agreement, right? Line by line. So we have an inside view that we never had before. We have film now. I can break down film. Boss Cowboy break down film. Law, all of us break down film. We can all see what's going on. But ultimately, it's going to be them sitting back and making these decisions for whatever reason. And when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, y'all, what y'all have to understand is a lot of the moves that they make or are making right now, it ain't about this season. Now, as a fan, as a season ticket holder, right, as a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, it hurts. It hurts all of us. Because name a move that they've done that says, you know what? It's about this year and this season. Tyler Smith, that draft pick wasn't for right now. Nah. Tyler Smith was a draft pick that they thought about, okay, we need to address the offensive line, but we could possibly move on from Tyron Smith. So let's get this kid. Let's maybe stash him at guard. Let's just kind of find a spot for him. Hold tight. In the future, we can move on. We can move on. We can move on and then plug this guy in, right? So they're thinking in the future, right? A lot of the moves are in the future. Getting rid of Lyle Collins, getting rid of Mari Cooper. We didn't have to do that for this season. We would have had plenty of cap space. They're thinking about the future. Bringing up money, rolling money over. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem when it comes to our front office. And like, it's frustrating as a Cowboys fan, to be honest with you. Oh, what's up, my guy? Philly Notion in the building. Let them fans know the truth, bro. Cowboys fans, it's time to lower them hopes. Now, here's the thing. Lower them hopes of what? Because even if we roll out this notion, even if we roll out this, we good against y'all. We good against y'all. You know, we're still good against y'all. We're still good against them Eagles. You know, but here's the difference between us Cowboys fans and y'all Eagles fans. Beating us means a lot to y'all. Us beating y'all, it means nothing, bro. It means nothing. We don't get no credit, right? We sweep the Eagles last year. We won the division. Everyone says you guys don't play nobody. We beat the Eagles who made the playoffs last year. Y'all ain't beat no playoff teams. We get no credit for beating y'all, bro. But for y'all, it's life or death. Y'all got t-shirts. Y'all ready, right? Y'all ready. You know, so it just is what it is, man. But I get it. We'll see you week 6. But I know you felt good when you had to put that Cowboys jersey on and that hat, man. You felt good. And tell your other Eagles content creators, go ahead and pay y'all bets, man. Eagles fans don't pay their debts. Eagles content creators don't pay their bets, bro. Is that what we do? Y'all be skipping out on bets, bro? Because 2 of them still owe. 2 of them still owe. 2 of them still owe. My guy Philly Notion was the only one man enough to pay up his bet. He got it done early, right? But them other 2, they still running. You know, where I come from, we call it ass betting, bro. You betting stuff you don't live up to it on. People get beat up for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, where I'm from, bro, I've seen people get beat up for ass betting, bro. But you know, yeah. Let's see here. The Mari move wasn't about that season. We tried a committee of wide receivers first, all about $6 million, who we can keep for next year's, etc. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And here's the thing: when it comes to, you know, Amari Cooper, and I don't want to dwell on it too long, but I see a lot of Cowboys fans. They're down on Jalen Tolbert, right? Jalen Tolbert sucks. We shouldn't have drafted him. You know what I'm saying? Right. Jalen Tolbert, he's not ready, right? It's not Jalen Tolbert's fault, y'all. He's a 3rd-round pick. But he's expected to be day 1 ready, instant impact, out the gate. Not due to his fault, due to the front office. Now, think about it. If we had Amari Cooper still, we had CeeDee Lamb, and we had, you know, Michael Gallup returning, right? You could go out there with the Noah Brown. You can go out there with Simi Fehoko. Let Jalen Tolbert kind of get in the mix of the things and become your Cedric Wilson. And I said this on Twitter. Jalen Tolbert, and as crazy as this sounds, y'all, Jalen Tolbert is coming in with more expectations than CeeDee Lamb came in with. Crazy. CeeDee Lamb, OU, 17th pick, right? CD season, right? He's coming in with an expected higher expectation than CeeDee Lamb did. CeeDee Lamb can kind of just learn the ropes, right? Kind of just do his thing, kind of just blend in with Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, and he had Cedric Wilson, you know, just kind of, you know, wait his turn. When it comes to Jalen Tolbert, the expectation, like, yo, you got to be ready. You got to be ready by the time we play Tampa. We need you. Wide receiver 2, 100 yards, right? 8 catches, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, we need you right now, right? And so it's kind of unfair. Now, I think Jalen Tolbert's going to rise to the occasion. But you just got to be patient. You got to be patient with any NFL rookie. Not everybody can be Micah, y'all. You know, because think about it. Go back to Tampa. Even Micah wasn't Micah week 1, right? The bright lights, the fireworks, Tom Brady, everything going on. He was all over the place. But then he settles down, man. The game speed picks up. And that's why preseason reps are important. But I feel like Jalen Tolbert, he's going to settle down. Simi Fehoko is that unicorn. Yeah, I feel like Simi's going to have a huge opportunity to really, you know, grab that wide receiver spot by the reins. You know what I'm saying? He has the opportunity. And when we scouted Simi last year out of Stanford, you know, that's the thing. Like, Simi was making the same plays he was making this year in camp. But the problem was it just wasn't consistent. Like, you would see a huge flash. You know what I'm saying? It's like my guy TJ Vasher, right? You'll see a huge flash and then it just drops off. That was how Simi was last year. You would see a flash, boom, one practice. Oh, Simi Fiocchi, you're looking great. Right? But this year, we finally seen Simi kind of just put things together on a consistent basis. And if he's able to carry that, he gives Dak that big primary X wide receiver. For those who don't know, kind of your X is your bigger guy, like Dez Bryant, right? The guy's going to be lined up on an island, and can go deep, can stretch the field, can do a little bit, of everything. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what Simi does. So, as far as the wide receiver core is concerned, I think it's going to be CD. You're going to have Noah, Simi, Jalen Tolbert, and then you kind of have Dennis Houston, Kevontae Turpin sprinkled in there. But we'll do all that when we start breaking down the final 53. But, going into the game tomorrow night, it's the last audition. It's the last audition for a lot of these guys, man. They got to make something happen because, going from 80 to 53, it gets rough. And it's actually going to be a lot tighter than we expected because you're seeing a lot of the unproven guys and undrafted guys really emerge. You have a Dennis Houston, right? But then you also have Kevontae Turpin, who Kevontae Turpin's not going anywhere, but that's a wide receiver spot. That's a wide receiver spot. So you have Turpin, you have Houston, right? The whole conversation right now at the running back position, I said it publicly. I think that y'all might want to pencil in my guy Malik Davis. I think Malik Davis is on this roster, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that Malik Davis is on this roster. So what does that mean for Rico? And why do I think that Malik Davis would be on this roster? Not because he helps us this year. Nah. Next year. If something goes astray, Tony Pollard walks, or they want to move on from Ezekiel Elliott, keep Tony Pollard and plug in Malik Davis, they're stashing him, right? Because Mike McCarthy came and spoke out. He loves Malik Davis, what he brings to special teams, the punt team. He can play all four positions. He can do a multitude of different things. So they're already trying to stash him for next year. So I think Malik's going to be on the team. A few guys that I'm kind of interested to see who makes it is going to be a defensive line. Like I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. Because you have Basham, my guy Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill's had a phenomenal camp, great preseason, but it's tight. But once again, and I'll say this again, I feel like Tristan Hill is going to be on the roster due to next year, right? What do we get for Tristan Hill? Comp picks. And Stephen Jones is going to want that comp pick. I held on for you for that long, bro. I want that comp pick. I want that value out of you when you leave and go to the Browns or wherever you possibly go. So I think that Tristan Hill maintains on the roster. But what does that mean for other people? Also, the cornerback position. I feel like Deron Bland, another situation. We can all see he should be cornerback 4, right? Because I love J. Lou. I'm a J. Lou fan, right? So I feel like Deron Bland has earned the cornerback 4 position. Tell me if I'm wrong in the chat. Do y'all think that Deron Bland has had a better camp and a better preseason than Kelvin Joseph and Nashawn Wright? I think he has. But here we go. Politics, man. Politics. We drafted Kelvin Joseph with the 2nd round pick. We can't move on from him this quickly. Nashawn Wright, a lot of people hated that pick, but we drafted him. Can they move on? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like Bland should be cornerback 4, and it should be a difference between, Kelvin Joseph and Nashawn Wright. I feel like if you watch The Dark Knight, one of my favorite movies, right? Stephen Jones comes in there, Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn goes in there, breaks a pull stick, tosses it out for Kelvin Joseph and Nashawn Wright. Whoever comes out, But I feel like what's going to happen with either Kelvin Joseph or Nashawn Wright, they're going to be like, I think your hamstring looks a little tweaked. I think you look a little tweaked. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put you on this little IR stash. You know what I'm saying? So they don't come up with something creative to keep all of them on the roster. But, I feel like Bland has earned the spot. But go back to last year, right? Remember, what's his name? The guy who came from the Ravens. The cornerback. Damn it. I just thought of his name and just lost it. What was the cornerback that we brought in last year from Baltimore? Not Malik Hooker. Let me know. Y'all know. But yeah, he had a phenomenal camp last year. What was the dude's name? I see it. Came from Baltimore. He was a cornerback. Was getting interceptions in camp. Played great in preseason, and didn't get. Maurice Kennedy. Maurice Kennedy. Maurice Kennedy had a phenomenal camp, bro. When I was out there in Oxnard, I was like, this guy is cutting up. He's out there on fire, picking off Dak, pick sixes, playing well in preseason. We got to the season. Nah, bro. Nope. Didn't see him. So, it comes down to politics sometimes. Not the best player always gets the job. I mean, it's just life, y'all. It's just life. You know what I'm saying? We all got jobs. We all work. But sometimes we better than our coworkers and they get the promotion and not us, But it's just the way of life goes. So it's politics. Triple tight end set. Dalton Schultz, Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot. Yeah. So the tight end position, y'all know I love the tight end position, man. It's getting interesting now. So now they got Jeremy Sprinkle on IR, and it opens up the opportunity for Peyton Hendershot. And I feel like thus far, Peyton Hendershot and Jake Ferguson have showed improve more than Sean McKeon. I feel like Sean McKeon was kind of getting the veteran pass. Like, all right, he's the veteran guy. He knows a little bit about the system. He had a great camp last year before the injury. So I feel like Sean McKeon's been trying to get that, getting that pass. But overall, Jake Ferguson's out there balling, y'all. I mean, if you can go back to the Cavante Turpin, kick return, Jake Ferguson's out there moving some stuff, man. So, Jake Ferguson, he solidified himself. Do we keep 4? I think we possibly do. So I think this opens up the window for Peyton Hendershot to really get that opportunity. But if they move on, I think that it might be Sean. Well, no. Because I feel like they haven't showed enough, right? With Peyton Hendershot, they might try to get sneaky and see if they can sneak him through. But I think he makes the roster, man. I think he makes the roster. I like what I've seen from him from preseason. Hopefully he gets another opportunity tomorrow to kind of do some more things. But, Will Greer over Cooper Rush. But we'll see about that. But I'm definitely keep my eye on that. As far as that goes, man. So what I'm about to do, y'all, man, y'all keeping the chat lit, man. Appreciate everyone. Hit that like button, hit them shares. I'm about to turn on the phone lines, man. So go ahead and call in. I want to get y'all talk to Cowboys Nation. So I know you got a lot to say, man. I know some people are down on the season. Some people are like, nah, bro, I'm not giving up. Like I said, we're not giving up on the season. We just increased the level of difficulty, man. We just increased the level of difficulty just a tad bit, But hopefully the Dallas Cowboys will finally figure out and get things active, because you can't go out there just kind of freestyling with your most important position, which is left tackle. And that's not even talking about the kicker competition and Brett Maher, who win the job, man. So go ahead, call in, phone number, man. Let's holler at me. A guy Philly Notion asked a question. All right, so he says, if Dak brings this roster to the playoffs, he should be mentioned for MVP honors. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Now, it can't just be like he kind of just floated through the motions, right? But if Dak kind of has the same numbers or within the same range of the numbers that he had last year with this roster, and let's say we go 11-6 and we win the division or something like that, right? Yeah, he has to be in the conversation, like seriously in the conversation. I say he does. Let's see. Hendershot is good. He gets down the seam. He might be our most talented tight end. Yeah, he does have some wiggle, man. So look to my guy, Professor O. He put me on the film. He's like, Tuck, man, we got this tight end out of Indiana. He kind of flew through your radar. I was like, who? Because he had some off the field issues, right? I'm like, who? He's like, Peyton Hendershot, man. So we started crunching the film. And I said, oh, my. What do we have here? You know what I'm saying? What do we have here? And I think that's right, Slim. Like, you're going to need tight ends or somebody to stretch the seams, because we go back to what really killed us last year is that cover two, right? That cover two, like you got to put pressure on those safeties, right? And really stretch the seams out. And Peyton Hendershot can do that. Schultz can kind of do it, but he's really not a threat. But hell, man, you put Cavante Turpin up there and let him stretch it. I bet they'll be in that back pedal. Let's see here. Cowboys fan says, Philly Notion knows he secretly wants that to happen. Yeah, Notion's a Cowboys fan, man. He put that hat on. He felt good. He felt like a winner, man. He felt like a champion wearing, wearing that Cowboys gear, putting that star on, man. Y'all know Philly Notion lives in Texas, man. So he's a Cowboys fan, man. He just be fronting, man. I get it. Do your thing, bro. But I know you like Stephen A. Smith, man. You really a Cowboys fan. Let's see here. Brady lost at center. Those so-called critics still have the Bucs as faves. We'll be all right. Well, it depends, Marco. Like, it depends. What do the favorites, what the people critics or have Brady favored as to do, right? I don't think too many people got the Bucs as Super Bowl favorites. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't pin them as Super Bowl favorites. They're favored over us, but I wouldn't pin the Bucs as Super Bowl favorites. And so that's where the line is. That's where the separation comes into. Some Cowboys fans, they just want a competitive season, right? So there are some Cowboys fans, if we win 9 games, win 10 games, but let's say the Eagles win the division, but we fall short, they consider that a winning season. That's good. Well, we were competitive, right? Those are the kind of fans that want to be competitive. A lot of fans in the chat right now, me, nope, I don't care less about any of that, bro. Like 8 to 10, nope, I don't care. Like, I am focused on winning championships, and that's all that matters for me. And so when I put my ideas together, it's how to get the Dallas Cowboys to win a championship. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be a 3-win team or a 4-win team, but I'm saying with things the way they are currently, it's going to be extremely difficult to win a championship. It's like I said in my video yesterday, y'all know I'm a Kansas Jayhawk fan. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Mendoza. Talking with my guy Mendoza. This is my guy Tamari and Terry had the Chargers dropped against them. Rubs hands like Birdman. Hold on, Mendoza. Hold on, man. Let me go ahead and look it. I might drop you a little video, man. Hey, you want another speedster with some size? Hey, there you go. If you look at the Bucs schedule, they could easily start off 0-4, 1-3. I'm not taking them serious. Yeah, I'm not taking them serious. I mean, the only reason you would take the Bucs serious is because they have Tom Brady and you can just never count him out. That's the only reason why. If they didn't have Tom Brady, I was kind of hoping he would be, too busy doing Masked Singer and kind of miss our game. But, I'm not considering the Bucs Super Bowl contenders, to be honest with you. I want 6, and beyond that what matters to me. Yeah, bro. 6. That's all we want. Everybody put 6s in the chat. We want 6. I don't want a good season. I don't want a good. Last year was a good season. I didn't feel good about last year. When I left that game versus San Francisco in that playoff game, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like, we were 12-5. We competed. We competed with the 49ers to the last second. We had a chance to win. No. Bro, I was done. Like I was done. Like I'm still got to be honest with you. I'm still not over that 49ers game, bro. Like I'm just, it just didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So it's my guy Nick's in the house, Pick 6 Sportsman. Definitely give them a subscribe. Follow them. They're dropping a website, right? Nick's, I think, dropping a website, man. So stay tuned. Articles, everything going on. So definitely give my guy Nick's a holler, man. He got a space coming up here in a little bit too. But yeah, man, I'm not just trying to be a good team. I'm not trying to be a competitive team. I'm not just trying to, beat the Eagles and, win the division and kind of call it good. Like, nah, bro. I'm trying to win the championship. It's championships or nothing, bro. I'm not doing this for, NFC East championship hat. I got too many of those, Got too many of those. Malik Davis is our future starting running back. He plays hungry. Yeah, bro, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I think he's stashed, because once they kind of seen him running preseason, also in camp, they started thinking, Tony Pollard contract year. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, we're paying him. He's good. We love him. The curls popping, but could we possibly move on? Could this be his last year in Dallas? Let's keep this kid just in case. So we'll put him on special teams. We'll let him kind of do his thing, right? But then next year, that's when we'll loop around, right? So they're thinking next year when it comes to Malik Davis. You're not going to see him out there probably this season, right? Unless an injury happens. But, they're stashing for next year. Yeah, bro. My guy Nix was out there. It was me, Mary, Spoon. Like, we was all out there for that 49ers game, bro. We dipped, bro. I dipped. I was out of there. I didn't, I was like, no. Because it just didn't feel right. You know, so like I said, like, because I believed in last year's team. I felt like that team, it just felt special. You know what I'm saying? It just felt special. I like the camaraderie around it. I feel like our offense was explosive. Our defense was playing lights out. Finally, they both kind of came together and we had a complete team. Normally the Cowboys is offensive heavy, defense down here. This year it might be defensive heavy, offense down. You know, but last year everything was kind of submerged together. And I was like, all right, they can do it. You know, they can make a push. They can do it. And then to see what happened, and I think the frustrating part for me when it comes to the 49ers game, you're like, damn, Tuck, let the 49ers game go, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't let that damn game go. Because I hate that the way the 49ers called us out. Everyone was like, the 49ers going to bully the Cowboys. They're going to bully the Cowboys. Nick Bosa, offensive line is overrated. Offensive line is overrated, right? You know, like all that. And they came out and did it. And then what did we say? Oh, you know, I sensed some nervousness with our team. You know, it was just that whole mindset. Like, bro, like in your own stadium, you're the home team. You're the favorite. You let them talk all week. And they came out, bullied you. It just ain't sit right with me. So that's why, going back to my old videos before we went to camp, I want to see a change of mindset with the Cowboys. I want to see toughness. I want to see toughness, and a new mental focus when it comes to the Cowboys. Now, to be fully honest, because we keep it real, y'all know we keep it real. I ain't seen none of that, bro. I have seen zero of that. I've seen zero of any of that. I feel like, all right, the 49ers with the players right now, run it back because we ready. We tough. We ready. You know what I'm saying? We got tough in the trenches. Bro, I don't feel none of that, bro. Like, seeing what the Bengals was doing at camp, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like, yeah, bro. They had the boombox playing, Super Gremlin Man playing, my guy Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just came in and just punched us in the mouth. And it was just like, all right, bro. You know, so you heard Mike McCarthy kind of preach about it. So that's why when I was doing my draft content, I wasn't trying to get the pretty stuff. I was done with pretty. I didn't want the pretty. When I turned on the film, do I see someone who's tough, going to compete and get nasty and grimy in the trenches, right? And those were the players I started looking at, you know? And that's why just like my guy Marco said, get physical. And here's what I say. No, the Dallas Cowboys didn't need to be slinging helmets at practice, even though I kind of liked it, man. And you kind of heard what the Bengals coach kind of said. He was like, it was just a scuffle. You know, just a scuffle. It happens. It's football, right? You know, players were slinging helmets. Aaron Donald grabbed two helmets and swinging. My guy Lyle had his helmet ripped off. He's ready to throw hands, right? But it just symbolizes some toughness. Like, hey, you're not going to push us around. You know what I'm saying? So whether you push around the field or I got to throw hands, we ain't going like that, right? But with this whole mentality of the Cowboys, it's just like, I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. You know, we are right now at a ball and dance right now. You know what I'm saying? First takes out there. This offseason has just been too circusy for me. It's just, I want to see toughness, blue collar. But y'all, I don't think we can ever get that in Dallas. I just don't. I just don't think we'll ever get that in Dallas where we're just a hard-nosed, blue collar team just coming to work, do our job, get it done on the football field and go home. It's not their approach. Our owner won't let us have it. If we get hot, if we go on a 6-game win streak, we start talking about Super Bowl. This year is the year. You know, Jerry Jones, this year is the year. Super Bowl. You know, it doesn't feel like football, you know? And it's like, I guess because I see it with other teams, you know what I'm saying? Not all of us live in Dallas. But like, you know, I do the Chiefs for the radio. I cover the Chiefs for the radio, you know, 810 WHB. And, you know, so it's like I'm closely now with the Chiefs and I see how they operate, y'all. And it's so night and day from what we do in Dallas. You know, like, you know, I'd be on the radio, you know, be having interviews with some of the players and everything. I'm just like, y'all, you know, just Andy Reid just has them locked in. Eric Bieniemy takes nothing from anybody. He goes off like here's what's going on in Kansas City, right? They're thinking that the idea is like they're trying to bring in Matt Nagy to replace Eric Bieniemy. Why? Because Eric Bieniemy went off on Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Went off on them in a playoff game versus the Bengals. So it's kind of been a riff, right? But it's just that fire, that passion, that, let's get this done. They're all in it to win. And it's like, I said this on Twitter. When the Chiefs got beat versus Tampa in the Super Bowl, because their offensive line played horrible, they didn't even leave the parking lot damn near. So they called, hey, Ravens, what y'all want? First round pick for Orlando Brown? Okay, cool. Sign and deliver. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back. We got to protect our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we got to do, whatever. Take it, Drafted Creed Humphreys. All right, boom. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right back to football, right? And it's like they're trying to seize the opportunity of their window with Pat Mahomes. Now, the Chiefs have won their first Super Bowl in 50 years. They could put their hands up and relax. They could be good. Chiefs fans will still be satisfied, but they are trying to seize the moment, seize the opportunity with their star quarterback. With the Cowboys, Jerry Jones even said himself, well, we lose Tyron Smith, but offense is going to step up. Meaning, Dak's going to have to fix it. Dak's going to have to fix it. Okay, your left tackle's kind of out, right? We don't know what we're doing at left guard. We kind of just freestyling it, right? You have one wide receiver, some unproven guys. Figure it out. You got it. Get out there, Dak. Get out there, Dak. You got it, right? But Dak's such a leader and competitor. He feels like, all right, I got it. But, we'll have to see, man. Let's move in the chat. Let's see here. Need heart. Yeah. We need heart. We do. Like, I feel like when it comes to the Cowboys, we are the bullies when we're the biggest bully on the block. But when we have bullies our own size, we lower the bass in our voice a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of lower the bass in our voice a little bit when we have bigger bullies. When we play the Giants, bullies, 40 burgers, run the score up. Playing against Washington. Oh, here's a pass to Terrence Steele, another touchdown. Yeah, run it up. Right, run it up, right? But then you get the 49ers in the house. Man, let's relax a little bit. Let's not go for it now, guys. Oh, I don't know. No, don't go for it. It's fourth down. No, right? Keep that bass. Keep that bass in your voice. You should be like, I don't give a damn who it is. We're going for it on fourth down. We're giving the ball to Zeke and we're going to get it, regardless. You can't stop it. That's the mentality that the Cowboys team in the 90s had. Jimmy Johnson wasn't this creative coach. Nah. Jimmy Johnson had talent, and you know what? I'm going to force my will and my talent upon my opponent. Take it or leave it. Yeah, I know. We're going to get the ball to Emmitt Smith behind his offensive line. You can't do nothing about it. Eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the mentality of the 90s Cowboys. But now it's just like, we'll feed Zeke and kind of front running. But if the Tampa front gets two stops, we can't run it anymore. Nah, abandon it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset. Cowboys are telling us it's Sean Payton next year without saying it's Sean Payton next year. Here's the thing, y'all. I would love to get Sean Payton. If you're telling me I'm getting the Sean Payton that's in New Orleans, I don't think you're going to get the Sean Payton that's in New Orleans, right? Because think about this. Sean Payton busted the salary cap in New Orleans. Busted. Left him for dead, right? Busted it. Is he going to be able to do that in Dallas? I don't know, right? Sean Payton, when things were kind of going crazy, so you know what? I want to bring in Antonio Brown just for a visit, right? Antonio Brown even dropped the rap video with Sean Payton. That ain't going in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if I'm Sean Payton, I'm kind of looking at this situation a little side-eye like, why would I go to Dallas? Like, why? Granted, but, why? I got Miami on the phone. I can go to South Beach. I can have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and all sorts of toys and be on South Beach and run the whole show with not someone micromanaging me and breathing down my neck all day. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Because I felt like possibly Mike McCarthy winning a Super Bowl, kind of being the guy the Cowboys were going to ease back. And I felt like they did for a little bit. But that 2020 season, defense wasn't playing good. You saw Jerry and Steven. Dak kind of went down. What's going on here? Well, actually, Mike, let me talk to you a little, And they started poking their head in. And now we're here where it's like, I don't know what decision Mike McCarthy makes, to be honest with y'all. I have no idea what he's in charge of. Player personnel. I don't know what Mike McCarthy actually does besides do a few interviews to open up the season with Steven and Jerry Jones, but that's about it, man. So, I feel like this season when it comes to Mike McCarthy, he has to show his value. He has to show his value and show that he was worth the hire over Jason Garrett, because Jason Garrett could have did us this, yeah. This season right now, this is the perfect Jason Garrett, 6-win season, whatever. We didn't have our starting tackle, 6 or 7 wins. We'll get a draft pick, rebound. This is right, Jason Garrett, right? What Mike McCarthy has to show is, all right, I'm an NFL coach. I'm a championship NFL coach. I'm going to get this team to rally behind and pull through and be contenders at the highest level and get that 12-5 record that Iceberg Slim is talking about, right? I'm not concerned because I trust my coaching staff and I trust my football acumen. We're going to figure this thing out. Now's the time for Mike McCarthy to show his value, like I said in yesterday's video. Don't fold. Don't put all the, dictate everything all over and push it over to Kellen Moore, Don't click on all these best adult dating sites. Don't click on those, y'all. Like, I don't want to see Mike McCarthy doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see Mike McCarthy being committed and really showing his imprint on this team. And I thought Mike McCarthy, Pittsburgh guy, Green Bay, don't click on the links, Nick. Don't click on the links, Nick. Let's see here. But I thought that Mike McCarthy would kind of install that Pittsburgh, that PA toughness, that prickish, I don't give an attitude on the team. Because typically what happens is teams kind of mirror their coach, you know what I'm saying? But I just haven't seen that when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, man. But we shall see, man. So it's your boy Jay Tuck, man. I appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. You guys already know. Like I said, we dropping content. But like I said, once again, man, I gotta give y'all a huge round of applause. Appreciate all the support. For all of y'all support, man. Like I said, we're gonna completely revamp the studio. All brand new equipment. I'm gonna be doing this Saturday. Because right now, I got my old college desk right now. I got wires everywhere. It's just, it looks presentable right now on cam, but it's a mess right now. So I gotta increase my workflow. So we're working on expanding this channel, man, getting new interviews, bringing in players, doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, man. So I appreciate the support, because I can't do this without y'all. Y'all keep me going. Days I don't want to do this, I'm like, I'm done, bro. I'm done. Nix will tell you, I've had so many conversations with him, Spoonie, Mary, my professor. Oh, like, bro, I'm done with the content. I'm done. I'm over it. And now you can't, bro. We need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. And I need y'all just like y'all need me, man. So I can't wait for the season to actually start. If you're going to be at the game, man, I'll definitely, link up with y'all, man. We got some events going on, so definitely stay tuned for that. Looks like Dallas to do some West Coast offense. That's Mike McCarthy's offense. The way this team, and I said that in my Kellen Moore video, bro. The way this team is structured, the West Coast offense does make sense. But Mike McCarthy, he don't have the influence, right? His manager strictly told you, this guy, you see this guy over the corner? He's gonna be your play caller. You know what I'm saying? So do what his philosophy is. But I feel like the West Coast offense, it does make sense the way this team is currently constructed. Yeah, my guy Nick's gonna be in the building. I think he's getting fresh off a vacation. Spoonie's in Dominican. Nick's going on a cruise, right? He gonna jump fresh off the cruise ship and hit the Cowboys game. And then looking crazy. So I'm gonna need some tickets. All right, man. You might get some tickets, man. I might be doing some ticket giveaways. If this season starts to be trash and we start to be, getting dog walked, I might just be giving y'all the tickets like, here, just go and watch this, bro, because I ain't doing it, bro. So definitely got to stay tuned, man. But I appreciate the support, man. My guy Uba's going to be out there, at game 1, man. So he's going to be out there having a fun time. Lot 10, it goes down. My girl Mary's going to be out there. We all going to be out there, man. It's going to be a good time, man. So I appreciate all the support, man. So, I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, man. And, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in the video, don't let nobody steal y'all joy. Yes, we are talking about ways the Cowboys can improve. We're frustrated, right? Because all of us just want to see our team win. That's it. When I say, hey, we should get a swing tackle, I'm not saying, hey, we should get a swing tackle because I want to lose. No, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying we should go get a swing tackle because I want to put us in the best position to win. Think of it. A lot of us watch college football, right? You want every 5-star recruit you can possibly get. You ever say, you know what, we got enough 5 stars, we're good. But you want to put yourself in the best situation. Put yourself in the best situation, and that's what a lot of us do. We all put our heads together and try to put ourselves in the best situation to ultimately win. So it's not like we're being negative, but like I want to say and leave with this, y'all. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Whatever kind of fan you are, be that type of fan. There's all sorts of Cowboys fans, man. And that's what makes us incredible and the best fan base on the planet. We're all different. We're all different. Like I say on Twitter, man, my brother's a huge Cowboys fan. He called me the other day and was like, yo, who's this Cavante Turpin kid? And the first thing I thought was like, damn, bro, so you haven't been watching my videos lately. Okay, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's like, who's this Cavante Turpin kid, right? But he's not in it like a lot of us are. We know every little detail that happens with our team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even when news breaks, y'all, I get about 8 texts, I get phone calls, like, boom, Tyron, you know what I'm saying? I cannot escape the Dallas Cowboys even if I wanted to, right? Because we fully submerge ourselves as content creators, as media, right? So we're in it, you know what I'm saying? But we do it because we love it. We love it. I love interacting with y'all. I love the team regardless. You know what I'm saying? The way I do Cowboys content versus the way I do Chiefs content, completely different, right? Because my passion keeps me up here. You know what I'm saying? To do film breakdown, to do, you know what I'm saying, to do draft content, to have, a draft board over like 2,000 different prospects. I wasn't being paid to do that. That's me trying to find the best players that I could possibly find to help the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we do it, bro. Our passion is our currency. Now, granted, we all like, being compensated, right? But our passion keeps us lit. Nick's is about to go on at 9 o'clock, do a Twitter space. He might probably go live after that. Me and Nick's have done shows for 5 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, and so on, right? Our passion keeps us burning, y'all. And don't let any fan base or any other fan take that from you. Y'all know my motto, right? We'll respect our opponent. We're going to respect the hell out of Tom Brady. We're going to respect the Bucs, right? We're going to break them down and add context. But I'm not fearing them. I ain't fearing them. We're not fearing the Bucs, bro. We're not fearing the Bucs at all. I'm not going to let y'all do that. I'm from the mindset, hey, show and prove. Whoop me. Beat me. You got to beat me. You know what I'm saying? You got to beat me. And if you beat me, to be honest with you, I'm going to still keep talking. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was in the Madden tournament. Salute to everyone playing Madden. Dude finally beat me. I won like 8 games in a row. I lost my 9th game by qualifying for this weekend's tournament, right? Whatever. He was talking. Whatever. Do it again. See you next weekend, bro. Do it again. You beat me. Congratulations. Do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lay down for nobody, and I don't want y'all to do that as a fan base. We are the best fan base on the planet, y'all. Don't let anyone take your spirit, take your joy. There's a lot of negativity that goes on in the world, right? This is the one thing that we can all focus on, come together, no matter your race, your creed, anything. We come together and cheer for this team, and we're going to do that here shortly, coming up for the Tampa Bay Bucs, man. So it's your boy J Tuck. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, go get a swing tackle, and go Cowboys. Peace.